Hey everyone, welcome back. Well, got a little bit of a different video for you. I'm back here in the shed, but and yeah, we got rain coming down again on hitting the shed roof. So it looks like it's finally warmed up enough not to be having any more freezing weather. So I am back here on my truck and thought I'd do a quick little video here on my, well, I guess you could say homemade invention. I've seen some other guys on YouTube do this, and I actually did this last, let's see here, I think it was last summer. But I made me some hydrogen generators to help improve the fuel mileage here on my truck. I got one right there. I actually use pickle jars. They work great. That one over there is a half gallon. This here's a 1 gallon. And so I'll see here if I can show you. I don't have I can't play around with my wiring. Right there's the power head. Got two positive and 2 negative plates. And I put the water into the jar, and sure enough, I just got looking. Normally I always have a thing of like little measuring spoons in my glove box. However, I cannot find them in there, so I must have taken them back in the house. But what I'll do is I'll put so much water in. I try to bring it up to right below that plastic bolt. That way the water's not up here around my connectors. And then I'll add approximately in this big jar 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda, and about a half to maybe 1 teaspoon approximately, give or take a little bit, of baking soda to that half gallon jar. And that acts as an electrolyte, which allows the electrical current to flow through the water at a much greater rate. And so, like I say, I thought sure I had my measuring deals in my glove box, and I just looked and I could not find them. So I am going to go ahead and put the water in, and I actually use, there we go. I actually use soft water from my house that has gone through my water softener. Okay, hopefully you can see that halfway decent. I should actually take and put a mark on the side of that jar. Yeah, we're not up high enough on the water level. But anyway, so basically what it's doing is it's splitting that the water molecule, and you get both the hydrogen and the oxygen. And the hydrogen comes off at about right at double the rate compared to the oxygen, because of the 2 atoms of hydrogen compared to only 1 atom of oxygen. Okay, I can see it down in there. We're good to go. And of course, hydrogen is extremely explosive. And what it is, this hose right here, and yeah, I think you can see it. This hose right here going over to the other jar, they both come back and go into, and let me get you back out of my pocket again. what's called like a dryer jar that collects any possible condensation right here. And then it's got the one exit tube right here coming out on top. Comes out, goes around, and I drilled a hole right there in the back of my air intake and fed the hose through it. Then I got the hose fed down right in front of, let me get over here. Right in front of the choke right there. And so the hose just lays in here. I have some black electrical tape right back here on the back. That way it makes sure it has that hole sealed shut good and tight. But yeah, like I said, it comes in behind that mass airflow sensor and the air filter. And yeah, so it basically just takes and shoots the hydrogen right straight into the motor. And I know it works because I have actually taken this hose here coming off, turned on both generators, taken this hose, and I've stuck the end of it into like some soap water. And you'll see bubbles start forming. In fact, I've actually even taken a little lighter, lit it out here, and stuck it down into the glass. And when the bubbles pop, they'll explode. And so, kind of neat to watch. So, okay, that's got this generator. And I may actually need to take a little cleaner and clean that corrosion off. And there's ground. And yes, I know I'm weird. I like messing with this kind of stuff. In fact, let's just take, and what I do, I put these alligator clips right directly onto the back of the alternator. And then I've got, I actually simply run it through a regular house light switch. Okay, well, I can see the gas forming down in there. However, it's not rolling like it does when I add a little bit of baking soda to it. And I actually have it fused. And you're not going to be able to see it that well on camera. Let me see here. I don't know how well it's going to stand out. And the jars get kind of cruddy on the inside after a while. Yeah, there's so much reflection you can't see anything. Okay, there it is. I don't know how well you can see that, but you see those little bubbles coming up? That's the good stuff. And so let's see here. Let's see, trying to get everything all opened up, get back down in here. And one thing you gotta watch, get fooling around this stuff, and I've done it before, is going off, oh boy, try and get that dumb lid off, there we are, loosened, is accidentally forgetting and leaving these on. One thing, it'll run your battery down, which I've done, And 2, try and get that power head up and out of there. And another thing that can happen, which I found out very, very quickly, okay, there we are. You can see this in here a little bit better. But another thing I found out that can also happen is you can have, it starts pushing a bunch of hydrogen right up there into your air intake when you go to start your vehicle up. Let me tell you something. It's about like giving the thing literally a giant shot of ether, because you got a small hydrogen cloud built up right there in your air intake, and it sucks it right in the motor. Okay, yeah, there it is. I just actually made those out of stainless steel strips. Like I say, they sit right next to each other. And I got this one and this middle one right here is a negative, and this one over here is a positive, I think. No, these two on this side are negative, these two over here on this side are positive, and I got them kind of fanned out where they face each other. Okay, try and get that to go down on that jar is easier said than done. Thankfully, it's a big mouth jar. I actually need to take and put markings on the side of the jar. That way it's easier to know where to fill it to. And what I actually do is I actually end up changing the water, quite regularly, because after a while it will get kind of scummy just from the simple electrolysis that I am creating. And maybe I can get that to go down in there like that. Maybe not. And that old rain sure does get annoying. Okay, there I got it dropped back down into the top of the jar. Get it seated down, screwed shut, and we are off and running. There we go. Hopefully you can see that. And I get strapped back in, that way the jars can't bounce around and go anywhere. I forgot to actually check my water level. Yeah, I still can't see it. Okay, yeah, that'll work good enough for now. And there we go. Hook that one back up onto the positive. Like I said, I got a little bit of corrosion in there. Kind of clean that mess up. And hook this one here back up to the positive on that one. And like I say, normally okay, I can see it bubbling in there a little bit. Not a whole lot though. But normally once I can get my teaspoons back out here and try and actually measure it out, I'll be able to do it a whole lot better and add some baking soda to it. But when I do that, I'll be able to take and put a little baking soda in there, and oh, the bubbles just go rolling up through there. And so yeah, that's a simple little project. Like I said, I came up with it. I built this last summer, if I remember correctly. And so a couple simple little hydrogen generators, anything to help make this thing get better gas mileage. And they say H2 is a good engine cleaner too. So, well, hey, thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you next time for more fun farming adventures.